We have the opportunity to speak with Garry McLeod, who's with the Willow Glen Post 318. Garry, welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So tell me, how did the American Legion come into being?
We originally started in 1919 when the servicemen and women of the American Expeditionary Force, the AEA, at the end of World War I, came together in Paris for the first convention. And they decided to organize a group that would transform the military. They would eliminate rank. They became just brothers and sisters of veterans. And the idea was for mutual help, as well as the motto is still serving America. And that's what they did, is they came back to the United States with that and eventually established posts all across the United States, as well as the world.
So this is an organization for veterans, by veterans.
That's correct.
Yeah. And anybody who's a veteran can be a part of the American Legion?
In the American Legion, we're chartered by Congress, and we're chartered as a wartime veteran organization. So there are time periods that they establish. You have to have been a member of the military with an honorable discharge during that period of time. Vietnam, Grenada, Lebanon, Panama, and then since '91 with the current hostilities.
And for those people who don't fall into those dates?
Unfortunately, we don't have a slot for them, but there are other veteran organizations such as AMVETS, which is open to any American veteran, and we just happen to have a post that uses our hall to meet at, and so we try to direct them to that.
So besides being a support group for veterans, what other things do you do on a national level?
On a national level, as a American Legion, we're apolitical, except at our national level, and then we actively get involved in veteran issues. One of the primary would be in World War II, we were the leading entity that wrote and had the GI Bill signed. And then we were very much involved in the recent change to the GI Bill. So it's looking out for our new young veterans to see if they get taken care of. Agent Orange and the Gulf War Syndrome, those type of things. We've been very much involved in trying to get the funding for the research as well as for the care of our soldiers who've been exposed to it and are then having the long-term ailments.
That's good. And what are you doing on a local level?
Our post is one of the primary posts that work with the Veterans Council here in Santa Clara County to put on the Veterans Day Parade. We send kids to camp, both Youth Environmental, which is an event that occurs in conjunction with the Forestry Department. We select high school juniors who have an interest in that direction. They actually receive college credit to attend the course. We have what's called Boy and Girl State, which is 1,000 boys or girls each year that's sent, in our case, Boy State to Sacramento, where they learn civics. They break down each floor becomes a city, multiple floors become a county. They then learn at the state level, they elect a governor. 2 of those members will be selected, and then will attend with other selectees from the state, from the nation, to attend Boy or Girls Nation. And at the same time, they get to meet the governor or the president or their local elected official. It's quite a training tool that's used.
You know, I've heard rumors that there have been some complaints by the neighborhood regarding noise from the rental of the hall.
That was a few years ago. We had a neighbor who was upset about that. We've been there for many years. We've had there is no real limit on time. We have an artificial 10 o'clock that we did years and years ago. If there's alcohol served or music, we have a security guard that's required to be there. We've been doing that for years to cooperate with our neighbors. We had one neighbor who has since moved, and we've had no problems since. So that's not really true.
Now, Post 318 in Willow Glen is located right down the street here, isn't it?
We're located at 1504 Minnesota Avenue, which is right almost the heart of Willow Glen. We've been there since 1931. We built it. Well, we built the post in 1939 from the original firefighters for the annexation of Willow Glen. And it's my understanding from some of the old-timers that remain that the front porch of our post was the unofficial city hall for Willow Glen for a few years.
If people are interested in getting more information about the American Legion or perhaps renting the hall, where would they go?
They can contact us at 408-926-9946. That's our main number. Or they can come to the hall on the 4th Wednesday of each month, and that's our normal business meeting night.
Perfect. Garry, thank you for joining us at Willow Glen in Motion. Please hang out. We'll be doing a discussion in just a minute.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.